I just have a simple thought for you non 2A people out there. I mean, well, it's for the 2A community as well, but people who are against using a gun to defend the home or their person or their life or their family or their property, which often took years of their lives and sacrifice from their family to achieve, people are ready to defend those things with axes, with swords, with blunt melee objects like a hammer with a nail in it. They will bludgeon someone to the brink of death with their brains leaking into the carpet. And that's fine. They will poison someone to death with toxic poisons. Potentially light it on fire to make a flamethrower in the defense of their life. They will go as far as to use bow and arrows, knives, bayonets, maybe even a spear. They run the risk of lighting C4. But the minute you suggest they could try using a gun, all hell breaks loose. Their minds just explode. I mean, why? You could pull a trigger a few times, very precisely, and stop the threat. Or you could give the person a super slow, super terrible, super agonizing, painful death and lose your psyche in the process. You've freaked out, you've started beating them with the bat, and you just don't stop. Now you've came to. Your mind is back. There's no more threat. But you're going to jail. You just didn't stop. You were at the very brink. And if you didn't act, you were going to die. And instead of pulling a trigger one time, very calmly coming back to your center and calling a cop, now you're in jail because you mercilessly beat someone. Yeah. You've poisoned someone whose insides are liquefying because you decided to spray them down with Raid and it got in their mouth, it got in their lungs. And it doesn't take a genius to know you can't take that back. That is as bad, if not worse, than a bullet. But, we can't make Raid illegal, can we? People would rather use a sword, chop someone's fucking limbs off, make them permanently unable to walk, than to shoot them in the ab, make them stop. Then when the ambulance or EMS gets there, removes the bullet, takes the man to jail. Yes, the goal to shoot someone is to stop the threat. We cannot and shall not legally tell you to kill the person. You are more likely to be sued by a living person than a dead person. But in most situations, with logical people at the helm, they won't win the lawsuit unless you live in a place like Los Angeles, California, maybe Florida, Michigan, one of the extremely liberal places where it only makes sense that it's your fault that they robbed you. But that means it's your fault for living there. All the rest of us with our common sense, we live elsewhere. And we're still dealing with that crap. But that's their logic, and I don't understand it. I was hoping someone could explain to me the logic in beating someone to death with a sledgehammer. But don't dare go buy a gun. I mean, I don't understand the difference between absolutely mutilating someone with that hatchet. I can't have bullets. Hoping someone can explain that to me. Please, let me know in the comments below. Why? Why is that better? Good night and be safe. Well, sorry, that's out of character for me, isn't it? Stay safe out there.